Dave Clarke 5, 20 Thumping Hits. This is an LP I got from the British Heart Foundation in Wycombe for £2. The Dave Clarke 5 are forgotten heroes, so much so that even I had forgotten them. I saw a short documentary about them on YouTube. Bruce Springsteen and Steve Van Zandt were raving about them. In the States for a while they were bigger than the Beatles, with 14 consecutive hit singles, and that is why I bought this LP, and also because it was only £2 and it does play well. When Merseybeat was a thing with the Searchers and Jerry and the Pacemakers and the Beatles, Dave Clarke invented Tottenham Beat. While still semi-pro, he wrote 2 irresistible singles along with Mike Smith, the singer and keyboard player. Glad All Over and Bits and Pieces have a distinctive stomp to them. The Dave Clarke 5 also had a big hit with the Motown classic Do You Love Me Now That I Can Dance, which they did in a similar way to how the Beatles had done Twist and Shout. Dave Clarke was not a great drummer, but he had his own style, and all he ever needed to do was that bang 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 diddy 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 diddy. The other factor that gave them a lot of oomph was having a permanent sax player parping away, beefing up the sound. They starred in their own film called Catch Us If You Can, which had an exuberant, catchy, self-penned theme song, as melodic as any of the Beatles hits of the day. They were very much of the 60s, with their uniform of polo necks, sports jackets and slacks. The later tracks on the album show that they were trying to keep up with the times, with a couple of hippie anthems, Put a Little Love in Your Heart and Get Together, a song that was also covered by Jefferson Airplane but more famously by the Youngbloods. However, their last commercial success was a medley of 50s rock and roll songs. Dave Clarke went on to have a big hit musical in the West End. I once delivered a package to him when I was a courier. Mike Smith formed a duo with Mike Darboe, the singer with Manfred Mann. I saw Smith and Darboe at Friars in Aylesbury. They were a support act. I know I did not think, wow, that is Mike Smith, 60s pop star. But then neither did I think, wow, that's Mike Darboe who wrote Handbags and Glad Rags. I probably just watched a man who had 14 stateside hits dutifully as I waited for the headline act. It was the 70s and I'd already forgotten the Dave Clarke 5.